Anyway, this video is for my homeboy Wicks. He'll get it eventually. Anyway, yo, Wicks. I was driving to the store, and there's this black man with long dreads walking down the side of the highway, and I was like, So I pulled over halfway across the highway, and all these cars were going past me. Foo, foo, foo. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I said, hey, man, you need a ride? He said, yeah. I said, how far are you going? I'm going to Walter Hill. He said, right on. I said, yeah, hop on in my truck. Come on, let's go. I said, okay. I said, hi, I'm Brian. Nice to meet you. He said, yeah, it's nice to meet you too. I can't remember. Wicks. And I went, oh, okay, that's cool. I said, come on, man, let's go. I said, how far are you going? I'm going to Walter Hill. He said, I'm just going right down here. And I was like, all right. That's where I'm going too. So we pull into the shopping center. He said, I'm going to Dollar General. I said, I'm going to the tobacco and beer outlet. He said, that's where I'm going too. I said, all right, come on, let's go, man. So we went in the store and everything. I was like, hey, what's up, Bobby? Yeah, I'm friends with the shop owner. He's like, I'm doing pretty good, Brian. I said, has business been good? He said, yeah, it's been pretty good. And I said, that's good. How's your family? And he said, oh, they're doing just fine. I said, all right, well, tell everybody I said hi. He said, I will. So, anyway, me and this dude get back in my truck. He's one of my neighbors. I'd never met him before. Twix or something like that. I said, do you know Wicks? He said, no, I don't know anybody named Wicks. I was like, here, hold on. I pulled you up on my phone. I was like, check this out. This is Wicks. These are his dreads. He's like, dang. I've never seen dreads like that before. And I was like, yeah, he takes good care of himself. I said, let me tell you something, man. If you're going to wear dreads, you got to make sure they don't get infected. You got to take care of them and make sure they don't get infected or you could get sick. And he was like, really? I said, yeah. I said, it looks to me like you're taking pretty good care of your dreadlocks. He said, yeah, I try to. I said, make sure you roll them every day and make sure you keep your head clean. I mean, Bob Marley will tell you this, and Wicks will tell you this too. You got to make sure they don't get infected. Otherwise, you're going to have to cut your locks off. And he was like, oh. I said, yeah. I said, but yours looking pretty good there, buddy. He said, well, it was very nice to meet you, sir. I said, well, it's very nice to meet you, too. We're neighbors. He said, what do you mean? I said, I just live right down the road from you, man. But you don't need to be walking around on this highway. It's dangerous. People are crazy, He said, all right, well, I appreciate it. And I said, no problem. We were going to the same place anyway, so. Anyway, Wicks, I introduced one of your dreadlocks brothers to you this morning. I'm going to be gone for a month. Love you, bro ham. Ugh, man. What's a motherfucker doing walking down the side of the highway like that? Gosh. Golly, man. Don't do that, okay? Hitch a ride. I pick up hitchhikers all the time, and I always have interesting conversations. Some people are like, you shouldn't be picking up hitchhikers. They could be dangerous. And I'm like, do you know who I am? They're not dangerous. He's just trying to go to the tobacco store. God.